Hello, everyone. This is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I come live to show you what I've been doing in my craft room. In other weeks, we've seen a lot of different holiday cards and holiday tags, and the project I'm going to show you today is something I've been doing every year for quite a few years. So it's always a good reminder that these make great gifts, great hostess gifts, stocking stuffers. You can give them to your friends, to your neighbors. They're just everybody needs to know what day it is. So good morning, Barb. Thanks for popping in. I'm going to show you how to make a version of the desktop calendars. I've made two. We made one in class last week, and then I've used some brand new Stampin' Up! Product to create the other one. And I'll give you some messages, measurements as well. So good morning, Jean. Good morning, Judy. Thanks for joining. Let me get you down to the desktop and I'll show you what I have been working on. I got some of these mailed out as well. All right. So this is the calendar we made in class last week. It's an easel, so it pops up like that on your desktop. And it has a Post-it note holder on there. I know I go through Post-it holders like crazy. Yes, Judy, I know. I was thinking that the sweatshirt might be a little bit of overkill here in Arizona, but we don't get a chance to be warm and toasty in the winter very often, or we're always warm and toasty in the summer, but to wear a sweatshirt. So this is a new Stampin' Up! Sweatshirt. So this calendar uses the Stampin' Up's Brilliant Wings dies with the in color glimmer paper, and that's the parakeet party with a little piece of vellum die cut with the stylish shapes underneath. The designer series paper is Butterfly Kisses 6x6, and I just loved how bright and cheery that designer series paper is, with the little pearl in the middle of the butterfly and then the starry sky cardstock underneath that. Now the one that I was playing with using some brand new products that will be available January 5th is this calendar here. What's really nice about these calendars is that they fold up flat so you could stick them easily in an envelope to mail. So this one, the colors are Fresh Freesia, and it uses the Dandy Designs 12x12 Designer Series paper. And coming up January 5th, it will be an item you can earn free during Stampin' Up! Celebration with a $100 order. Just the coordinating colors, to me, it's so springy. It's going to be a lot of fun to play with. And I've been playing with some other stamp sets with that as well. Use the sentiment, "You are amazing beyond measure," that's the Season of Chic stamp set, and that is available in Stampin' Up's catalog right now. I just thought, to send this, give this as a gift or send it to someone, and they can wake up or look at the calendar every day and see this inspiring affirmation. And then the dies are the Something Fancy dies, and those will be for sale in the January through April mini catalog, as well as this cute little, I'll show you how I got that too. So a couple of things to look forward to, but what I like about the calendars is that you can use absolutely any supplies that you have on hand right now, any designer series paper, any images. You can make it masculine or feminine, depending on what you have in your stash. The gift can be coordinated to anybody in your life. I did get the calendars from Tailored Expressions. So those are really nice to have on hand and they don't only have to be given at the beginning of the year. You can make those at other times as well. So let me give you some dimensions of that. I started with a piece of fresh freesia cardstock, and it measures 11 inches this side by 4 1/4. So you get 2 out of 1 piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And I scored that at 5.5 and then at 2 3/4. So when we were putting these together as a group in class, so I had everybody lay their cardstock down on the paper, on their grid sheet, and the first thing we did was fold that in half. We folded that piece in half and folded it down, so that's where we knew we would start. Good morning, Tammy. We're making some desktop calendars today with the sticky notepad. Maybe you can see. This is what I'm working on, using some new products that will be available soon. So then we need the bottom piece of designer series paper, and that measures 5 1/4 by 4. So we're just going to build from the bottom up so you can see how that all goes. And of course, I ran out of my seal, my Stampin' Seal Plus. Let me grab one quick. And I guess I'm gonna run out of this one too. But I do have refills. All right, that's the nice thing. These can be refilled. So I'll just put some seal on the back. And I do have glue dots in case I need to resort to those. I do love them. All right, so then, thank you, Barb. Yeah, these are fun and easy once you get the calendars. And then this is the piece that the calendar or the sticky notepad's going to sit on, and that measures 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And that can be any color of coordinating that's in your designer series paper. And what I love about Stampin' Up's, good morning, Fran. What I love about Stampin' Up's designer series paper is that when you order a package of that, the coordinating colors are all listed on the back. So you'll be able to know what colors match and what colors go together right away, and you can pull those out of your stash. So then we're just going to move that aside. And so there's our easel, and now we need to create the part that pops up like this. So the next thing I had everybody do, this is a piece of fresh freesia that measures 5 1/4 by 4, and then I added 3 3/4 by 5 designer series paper piece. Good morning, Wendy. How are things in Minnesota today? I hope they're good. All right, I'll add that. So they go together pretty quickly, and the fun part is deciding what designs you're going to create for the other part. All right, so that goes in the middle, and now we're going to need to create the easel. And because we want it to pop up like that, we're just going to put adhesive on this piece here and then adhere this. So let me put the adhesive on. Everything's going crooked today. We just want to be sure that you put the adhesive on this bottom piece because you want that to pop up as an easel. So I had everybody close the calendar, close the card. It's just like putting a card front on. You place that right in the middle because there's a little edge around it. And give it a good, and you can see we've created our easel. So now I can take my sticky notepad, and I'm going to just put the adhesive on the back of that. And then if you run out of notes, which I'm likely to run out of notes, you can just put the other pad right on top of it. Now, when you put this on your little 3 by 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, make sure that the sticky notes face the right way. And that just places right there in the middle. You can see how that comes together. And then we will be putting our calendar here. We can go ahead and do that. And again, I just put a little bit of adhesive on the back of that calendar. I know I'm going to need glue dots. Didn't prepare my Stamp and Seal today. All right. And I want to be sure to put the calendar so that it's above the sticky note, so you'll be able to get the calendar pieces, the tear-off, they're little tear-offs. So I'm going to just put that right there. Okay, so we have the easel. So now we just have to decorate it. Just remind you what I was decorating. I did, hey Tammy, thanks for joining. You are amazing beyond measure. So these, again, as a reminder, they're the brand new Something Fancy dies that will be coming up, available for purchase January 5th. Yes, I do love this sticky note. Thank you, Tammy, because I use a lot of them. And then you can always, here in Arizona, sometimes the weather is so much the same. It's like, what day is it? What week is it? Hi, Dawn. Thanks for joining. So I've pre-cut the fresh freesia with that die for us. And then I took a piece of white, just basic white cardstock, and I cut another piece. But in order to get this little fun design, I had to run it through again. So I ran it through just like that, through the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. And then here's this teeny little piece. I placed that on the tag just like so, and ran it through the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. And that, like they say, through the magic of camera, I came up with that. So I thought that was really pretty. I didn't like it on its own, so I'll show you how I embellished that. But let's stamp it first with that sentiment from Season of Chic. If you want a reminder of what the Season of Chic stamp set looks like, that is it. And there is that sentiment. Now this is, this might have been really nice too. You make each season of life even more beautiful. So that would be a great sentiment for the calendar. All right, so I have that all ready to go on my block. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for popping in today. And I'll just get a little bit of fresh freesia ink on here. Tap, 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 gentle, so I don't get ink everywhere this morning. And I'm going to line it up just a little bit below that flower, if you can see that. And just press down evenly and firmly. All right, close the ink. And then what I want to affix the tag to the back to the front of here. So I'll use my glue dots. I do love glue dots. I have a stash of those as well. I'm going to put that right here. So what I did to prepare this project for my live is I die cut some of those pieces, that little piece I showed you, and I put adhesive sheets on the back. So this is, the coordinating color is Mango Melody. And then there's another new product coming out. Let's see if I have it down here. Of course, anything that shimmers is awesome. It's the fine shimmer paper pack. So there will be 3 colors in there. So I love that. Let's grab our take your pick tool and see if I can get the backing off of the little flowers so we can, oh, that came off really easy. And I'll just set that in this little spot right here where the flower goes. A glue dot would work well here too, but hi, Pam. How are things where you are? Thanks for sharing. Yes, if you love the video and want to show someone else the projects, I love it when you share. Then these little shimmer pieces just pop in. And this is why I did the adhesive sheets, because I was having trouble getting the glue dot in there. So, and they're little, I might need I should get my little tweezers out. And that just adds a little pop. I know that lots of you out there love glimmer paper. So that was one of the first things on my pre-order was the glimmer paper. Cute. There, that just adds a little bit of color. It brings out the mango melody that's in this paper right here. I also added some ribbon on the Fresh Freesia. Now, if you didn't want it to show, you could have wrapped the ribbon around the Designer Series paper piece and then applied it. But mine just, this is how that looks. Oh, it's dreary in North Carolina. I'm sorry, I missed that. Yeah, it's a little dreary here too. That's why I'm wearing a sweatshirt. All right, so I cut about 16 inches of that ribbon and going to tie a bow. Let's see how we can get that tied. And then I can, it's not, I didn't put adhesive on it to tack it down, so I'll be able to move it anywhere I want. Make the little bows as big as or as little as I want. I know I use more ribbon than I need just because it's taking me a long time to figure out how to tie bows, so that's how it works best. So there, and we'll just kind of move that over here and find our sentiment. Hi Chris, hi April. Thanks for watching today. And I will get some, make sure that we place those above and under the ribbon so the sentiment doesn't flop on the ribbon. I know, Chris, I think you told me you were making some desktop calendars as well. So I'll just slide that over here and trim off some of the excess. That one looks good. Oh, maybe a little bit more. And we have completed our kind of inspirational desktop calendar. The easel with the sticky note pad holder. It's kind of hard to see the whole thing. And I like that it goes flat. You can peel this off and we'll be ready for January. There we go. And this is the one that I made earlier in the week and along with class. So check out my blog at kimplayswithpaper.com. There are some cutting directions in this video will be on there in case you do want to make these at home. Again, great gifts, great stocking stuffers. They can be tailored to any person in your life depending on what stamps and paper you have in your craft room. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining me, for commenting, for sharing. Hi, Cindy. Just completed making our desktop calendars for 2023. Find me online at kimplayswithpaper.com, and I will be back next week. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day and a great rest of the weekend. Bye-bye.